So with the rumor that Horizon Forbidden West has been delayed to 2022, I just sort of wanted to talk about how this sets up Xbox to have a really great remainder to their year and take a look at both companies and what they actually have for the remainder of 2021 and what 2022 is going to look like. Let's get into it. But before I do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to know when new posts go live. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed this far. So the long and the short of it is the big rumor is that Horizon Forbidden West has been delayed into 2022. Jason Schreier is tweeting about it. He's saying he has an insider source saying that the game will be delayed. Of course, there's been no official confirmation at this time. So always take these things with a grain of salt. Jason Schreier has a great track record though. But until it's officially confirmed, as far as we know, that game's still slated for 2021. But if they need to delay it to 2022, I honestly think that is a totally reasonable, smart thing to do to make sure that the game is the best game that it possibly can be. For me, that is always of utmost importance when talking about these things. So we're going to go forward with the assumption because Jeff Grubb reported on this and Jason Schreier reported on this. So we're going to move forward with the assumption that it will be delayed. So if it is delayed, that has set up Xbox for a really, really great 2021. Taking a look at a few of the games that are coming out, of course, we have Halo Infinite coming sometime this holiday. We have Forza Horizon 5 coming November 9th. We have Psychonauts 2, 12 minutes, OMNO, and Scorn. Don't sleep on OMNO, by the way. That one looks great. And then in early 2022, we have a few confirmed titles. We have Stalker 2, Redfall. I forgot about two important entries for 2021. Sorry. Microsoft Flight Simulator is getting the free Top Gun Maverick DLC. That'll be available on PC and Xbox Series X, next-gen platforms. And then Crossfire X will also be released on PC, Xbox Series X, and Xbox One sometime in 2021. We haven't heard a delay yet. Looking forward to 2022, we know Stalker 2 is coming, I believe, April 28, 2022, according to the website where I grab these dates. And Redfall is 2022 in the summer. And then Starfield is November 2022. And those are just the games that we know about. Now, inversely, looking at what PlayStation 5 has, with the assumption that Horizon Forbidden West has been pushed to 2022, because we already know God of War has been pushed to 2022. This leaves a big void for Sony for the holiday. Usually, now imagine they had launched with both Horizon Forbidden West and God of War this holiday, they would have had a killer holiday. But right now, they're going in a little bit light. So here's what they do have. They have the Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, August 20th, a re-release. It's selling very, very well for PlayStation. There is no denying that, but it is a game that was out already, but that doesn't really matter when the sales sort of speak for themselves, right? We have Kena Bridge of Spirits. I think that game is going to review very well. I think a lot of PlayStation fans are really, really going to enjoy it. I am going to be really curious to see how it does sales-wise. It's one of those games that fall into the younger demographic, I believe, and I'm always sort of curious to see how those land. And then, of course, we have the Death Stranding remaster priced at $40 on September 24th. Another re-release for PlayStation. Some games I'm interested in that maybe you'll be interested on PlayStation 5. Forged in Shadow Tech. That'll be coming on September 7th. Ghostwire got delayed to early 2022. All right, so for 2022, we got Ghostwire Tokyo, Forspoken, Gran Turismo 7, and then God of War 2 and Horizon Forbidden West. So in my mind, what is happening here is I think Sony should delay Horizon because it's not going to affect their console sales. They're still going to move these director's cuts because, you know, Sony fans have either just gotten a PlayStation 5 and they want to play these games they've heard about that they haven't gotten a chance to experience yet. Ghost of Tsushima is phenomenal in every way, and it's getting new content. And then, you know, Death Stranding, sort of like one of those games where people were 50-50 on it. You know, another game where you're going to get great content. And then, you know, on the Xbox side, I think Xbox is really, really set up for a really excellent 2021. Like, let's just talk about a few of these games. Crossfire X looks awesome. It's a shooter I've talked about multiple times, and like I really hope that game does hit 2021. We haven't heard anything about it. We haven't heard anything about Scorn in a long time. Scorn is supposed to be fall 2021, so hopefully we hear something about that soon. We do know about the Microsoft Flight Simulator stuff. That's basically a lock for fall. And stuff that's a lock. We know Forza is a lock, and we know Halo is a lock. And those two titles alone are going to be very, very big titles. And I honestly think they're going to continue to move Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S consoles. This is a time period where, in my opinion, I think Xbox is going to look a lot more desirable to consumers who are looking at the PlayStation 5 lineup, assuming they have a PlayStation 5 already, right? They're looking at the upcoming PlayStation 5 lineup and saying, okay, well, you know, there's not anything too major coming out, or maybe I've played all the games already. Then those purchasers get converted to also be Xbox owners, right? So now they have both platforms and they're able to enjoy all the exclusives on both platforms. That's great. There's people who are looking at trying to get a PlayStation 5. They're like, well, I can't get a PlayStation 5. Maybe they get an opportunity to get an Xbox Series S or an Xbox Series X if Xbox continues upping their inventory. And they see like, oh, wow, there's a lot of great stuff coming out in 2021. I know Halo and Forza are coming out in 2021. Those are a lock, and I'll get a PlayStation 5 in 2022 when the PlayStation 5 games start hitting. I think this is one of those opportunities where Xbox has a chance to start gaining a lot of ground in terms of console sales, in terms of software sales. And I think they have a great lineup for 2021. I think Sony has a softer lineup. I wouldn't say they have a bad lineup. Like if you've never played Ghost of Tsushima, I do think that game is going to be great. If you've haven't heard of Kena Bridge of Spirits, I think there's a lot of interest there. Again, Death Stranding, one of those games that are sort of across the board. Sony's whole thing is they don't have a God of War, they don't have a Horizon, and this is the first time they've really been in this position in a long time. And I think what they're doing strategically is going to be really, really smart. They're going to stockpile their lineup for 2022 so they can, whenever they're ready, hit that reset button, start launching their games, and have just a consistent lineup of games coming out again once 2022 arrives, right? And then on the Xbox side, Xbox largely took their whole first year with the console where they were sort of getting their lineup in order, and now they've started to hit their cadence. You know, Ascent is out. We just did the Halo technical preview, and everybody's talking about Forza. Everybody's talking about a lot of these interesting games that are coming out throughout 2021. And it's going to be a really, really interesting time. I think a lot of people are going to be talking about Xbox this holiday season. And I think the conversations about Sony they're still going to be there. But I think there's going to be a lot of interest and hype around the Xbox platform right now, because they have a lot of great titles coming out this holiday season that are exclusive to the Xbox console, Xbox platform on PC, and everywhere, you know, you can buy Xbox stuff. I think that's going to set them up to have a lot of good grace in terms of word of mouth. And additionally, if consumers are able to find the Xbox platform, that's just going to be good in terms of sales. It's going to be a really interesting time. I don't know how you think about it, but I think that with this sort of shift with Sony having to push out their titles, they're doing what Xbox did at the start of the console generation right now. They're like, okay, we have to delay God of War. We want our AAA experiences have to be like perfect, right? So we're going to delay God of War. It seems assumed that they're going to delay Horizon Forbidden West. And I actually agree with that. I think that's what they need to do to make sure that the game is of the best quality possible. So they push those games out, and then they're set up for 2022. Once they realize whatever cadence they want to do, maybe they want one major AAA a quarter in 2022. We already know they have two mega hits. Horizon Forbidden West is going to sell like crazy. If it hasn't gone gold already, it's going to. And then God of War 2, that's a game for me where I'm like, block my calendar. I'm not doing anything until this game is finished. God of War is one of my favorite series of all time. And then we have the whole Abandon controversy where people are saying that could be a new Metal Gear game, but that's rumor and speculation probably for another video. So regardless, Xbox is sort of just teed up to have a great remainder of their 2021. Sony is sort of restocking the barrel. Maybe I shouldn't make a gun analogy. Sony is piling up their slate of releases for 2022. I was trying to think of a good, silly comparison for like stocking up a bunch of something before they release all these amazing titles on the world. So PlayStation 5 setting up for 2022, and Xbox just has this lineup for 2021 that they've been sort of ready for a long time. It's going to be interesting to see what happens this holiday season. I'm excited no matter what. We still have Gamescom, of course, coming later in the month. Hopefully we get some good announcements there. But I'd love to know what you think about all this. It seems to me like 2021 is going to be a great year for Xbox. And then 2022, both of these console manufacturers are going to have a really, really strong year because, they've been waiting. They've either pushed their releases or Xbox has been building their releases for 2022. And then it gets really, really interesting because both platforms are going to have great games. That makes me very, very happy. All right, let me know what you think about this story. And just before I let you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell if you like these sort of videos where I talk about what is going on in the industry, just sort of late at night, rambly style. If you want to become a member, memberships are turned on. You can check out the membership perks. Basically what I try and do is I try and upload a video, no ads, the second that I finish them. So when I finish this video tonight, I'm going to put it up as an example. And then, yes, I have a merch store. I really like the coffee cup, and you can see the pillow there in the shot today. I thought I would add that to the set just because, I don't know, I like it. All right, well, I'm going to get out of here. Have a good one, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.